I'm always impressed by companies that continue to improve on proving winning products. And EOTech has done just that this year with bringing out their Generation 4 Radion. Patrick, what's so great about the next generation of the Radion?
What we have here is a new lens, and the lens is called the HEI lens, which stands for Hemispherical Integrating Lens. And what that does is it distributes the light differently than before. Instead of having a sharp peak of light coming out of the lens, where there's a really bright hot spot, 6 inches below, what we've done is the lenses distribute the light more evenly in larger circles. What that does is it creates a plateau of light. So the peak intensity below the LED is actually much lower. However, the average light integrated over the entire area is higher. Okay. What that does is it creates a condition for your corals that nothing's getting too much light and everything is getting a more even dispersion of light, more natural light that you would see in the ocean.
So less point-specific light, which can burn corals, more that flatter light that we're looking for, even on T5s and halides.
Yeah, so it's really a nice hybrid because it does still have some shimmer.
Okay.
Not like T5s where it's just this blank, really flat light. So you still get some shadowing, you still get some shimmer, but it's a really great combination of that. Not only that, but we've really improved the color blending, so the disco ball effect that you might have heard of or seen from LEDs is greatly reduced. A very consistent color all the way through the tank.
And you all have added spectrum as well.
Yeah, so we've added new warm whites and other color to create even a deeper spectrum. And we've actually shifted the spectrum a little bit towards the warmer side, a little bit more blue than purple. And it's a minute effect, but between Gen 2 and Gen 3, we shifted a little bit more towards the purple end of the spectrum. And now we've brought it back towards the original Gen 2 and Gen 1 colors, which really are a winner with the customers.
And if you ever wanted to adjust it, you still got EcoSmart Live to make all the adjustments you want.
Yeah, EcoSmart Live is always there, and we're able to customize the color to whatever you need as an aquarist. So if you really want to have that blue color during the day, you can always just pull out your phone, find the color that you want through the app, and then program your lights right there. And for that matter, your Vortec pumps or your Vectra pumps, all right there through our iPhone app, and that is a free app to download. You will need the Reef link to connect them all together.
Now, the XR30 has been kicked up to the Gen 4. Is that also true with the XR15?
Yeah, so the XR30 and the XR15 have the new lenses in them in the new color. Another big improvement that we've made on the Gen 4 is the fan and the heat sink. So what you do, if you look at the side of the XR30, it looks very similar, except now there's more slots right here in the side of the LED. And not only that, if you look at the fins, there's actually bumps on the fins. There's small perturbations that increase the total surface area of the air channel as the fan is blowing through. So we've been able to reduce the fan speed and reduce the noise associated with that as the lights are running. So more power, less noise.
And more controllability because we have
more
added
color,
spectrum.
more control, and better spread.
I think this just means I need to put more of them on my tank because I'm not really digging that T5 halide anymore.
Well, you can actually use fewer of them, but I agree with your sentiment.
This is true.
There. Yes.
I have a 36-inch wide tank. Instead of having to do 2x2 now, I can almost get away with just one in the center.
And the spread is even. All you need to do is raise the light up a little bit further, and because now it's 190 watts, you're going to get more power down. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a higher par, but if you adjust the height of your light, and depending on your setup, you'll have a more even spread of that power to really hit the sweet spot for your corals. And that's what we really thought about when we designed this light. How can we meet the customer's needs by creating the best situation for the corals in the tank? We've actually done something called Coral Lab. And the Coral Lab is some research that we're doing and continuing, which is creating some various spectrums and programs that you can use through EcoSmart Live. One is AB+, and that's a very popular program, and it's very heavy on the blues. But we went out into aquaculture facilities and found out what are these facilities using to have amazing results on both coral growth and coral color. And so we took those results, put them in a paper, and published it. So if you go to Coral Lab at ecotechmarine.com or search it, then you can see those results, and it really explains the sweet spot that we identified for the corals.
And it's proven to work because it's in an aquacultural facility.
Yeah, and we're going to be coming out with more of these papers. And these guys are professionally growing coral. Their livelihood depends on them having awesome color and awesome growth. And that's who we went to say, okay, these guys know their stuff. They're actually experimenting every day. And well, the key thing is they're not changing the light schedule every day.
Right.
Stability is key. Don't go changing your lights every day. But if you trust the proven examples that we've given, that will allow for a lot more guaranteed success as an aquarist. And that's, at the end of the day, we know if we're helping people to grow corals through flow and lighting, and we don't do chemistry yet, but if they do that and do those things right, they're going to be much more likely to have success.
Well, success is why we all got into the hobby, to enjoy it. Having products like this and a company behind it with the research, the data to prove it, and refining on something that works, it gives you even more step forward to have success with your tank.
We're all here. If someone along the line, if you saw a thriving reef somewhere in your life and you got the bug, that's what brings us. And we have tanks all over our office. And we love what we do, and we love making equipment that makes it easier to have success.
I like it, man. Keep up the good work.
Awesome.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, great seeing you.
LEDs always catch my eye, and LEDs that are proven to work with data behind them definitely caught my eye. But I was getting hungry. Let's talk about food. I feed and recommend PE Mysis products, and until today, they're only available in frozen form, but that's all changing with the new PE Mysis pellets. I'm here with Nuri. Tell me about this, because this seems counterintuitive to the whole PE Mysis concept.
Yeah, Mark, this is very exciting for us to be really unveiling this product here at MACNA 2016.
Correct?
So this has actually been under R&D for about 5 years.
5 years.
5 years. We've been working on something really unique that we're just really excited to bring to the market. What we developed was a methodology that we are using Mysis shrimp as a leading ingredient, and then the other ingredients that goes into our product is a deboned whitefish meal, freeze-dried krill meal, whole wheat, spirulina, Hematococcus astaxanthin, which is derived from an algae, vitamin and mineral pack. Okay. But how we actually formulate this is we have brought all our production facility in-house.
In-house?
In-house.
You make this?
We make this.
Wow.
Which is located 5 minutes or about 5 kilometers from the lake, Okanagan Lake in British Columbia, Canada, where we are harvesting the shrimp.
So it's super fresh?
Super fresh. Our process, we kind of like to use an analogy of the craft brewery. We are the microbrewery, the hand-batched, made in-house, made with love and tender hands of our crew. We own our own collection vessels, so really from the people who are working on our vessels to the people in our production facility, our pricing energetics employees. So the major raw ingredient material is sourced in-house, and I mean in-house, and manufactured in-house.
So you have a short supply chain for fish food?
We have a short supply chain for fish food, absolutely. So what we're able to do is when we take our Mysis shrimp in its fresh form, mix it with our dry ingredients, our Mysis shrimp is never exposed to a temperature over 90 degrees.
Wow.
So our goal was to really maintain the integrity of the Mysis shrimp.
Which it does.
Which it absolutely does.
Because it's not getting hot.
You got it.
Ah.
Commercial producers, large-scale producers, they are extruding the pellet, it's going in there, it's drying, start to finish, it can be in a bag in 20 minutes, half an hour.
Wow.
Our process takes us actually a 12 to 24-hour period to make a batch of our product.
Okay.
The end result is it is highly palatable because of the fresh Mysis that goes in there. And we haven't compromised the integrity of the Mysis shrimp, which has now only been exposed to a temperature of 90 degrees.
Which is nothing, yeah.
And we've just been having, tremendous success on feeding trials that we've done with, a wide variety of fish.
Great.
Right, so we have a 3 mil pellet, which is the largest, which is available in a 8-ounce bag.
Okay.
We have a 2 mil pellet, which is available in a 4-ounce bag.
Smaller fish.
And we have a 1 mil pellet, which is available in a 2-ounce bag. Okay.
So different size fish need different size pellets, and you're going to need more of it.
Right.
And this green bag, I'm guessing, is freshwater version?
Absolutely. PE Mysis is a highly nutritious food. One of the facts is that people don't realize we're harvesting Mysis shrimp when they're feeding on the phytoplankton at night. So there's a lot of digested vegetable matter in that pellet. And in the Mysis shrimp, for instance. So for freshwater fish, for African cichlids, for discus, wide variety of both fresh and marine fish. You know, we have cut no corners whatsoever on the ingredients that go in here, the formulation, the sourcing, and I'm just super excited to bring this to market, Mark.
Finally.
Finally.
And I really like how you're saying this is not over 90 degrees, so it's really a true cold process that the good stuff in here is not getting destroyed.
Right.
That's going to make a difference in terms of fish health. If I can get my cardinal fish to eat it, my Banggai cardinals, then I'm convinced any fish will eat it because they want nothing to do with pellets. So I'm going to give this a shot, Nori. I love your products, the frozen stuff. I'm happy to see this come into market. I'm definitely ready to get my hands on it.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
All right.
These pellets look good enough to eat, and I'll let my fish decide on that one. Looking around MACNA some more, I found something that not only looked good, but also let you push the performance of a light. Big things don't always have to come in big packages, and I'm here with Jay from Aqua Illuminations. This looks like an AI Prime.
It is an AI Prime, but it's the new Prime HD, and HD stands for hyperdrive. Hyperdrive is the ability to take the power which you're not using in parts of the spectrum or on the different control channels, and apply it to the channels which you want to get more light out of.
So we're reallocating power.
Reallocating power, and basically what that allows you to do is run, say, your blues or your whites, if that was what you were inclined to do, over the originally ceilinged 100% for those channels.
Now, is that shortening the life of the LED if we overdrive it?
No, not at all. Actually, these fixtures have the ability to run quite a lot hotter than they're run at in terms of the wattage through the LEDs. And as long as the heat sink is able to dissipate that heat, they're well within spec from what comes from Cree or semi-LED or Osram in terms of the actual LED performance.
And do you need a controller to control this light?
No.
So as long as you have a Wi-Fi hotspot, you're ready to go?
You don't even need a Wi-Fi hotspot. There's one built into the fixture. So the way you control a fixture is basically by connecting to it as a local network, and then you can put in your credentials for your actual home network if that's what you have, or you can just continue to adjust it and program it directly by connecting to the fixture.
And it doesn't have to be connected to your phone to run any kind of program. It can do it on its own?
Once you've programmed it, yeah, it will run its program.
So the Prime HD has the same HD features of the 26 and the 52, now in a smaller package. So say you want to have a more blue spectrum to your light. You can utilize the blue colors and still use the full 48 watts that is available in the Prime HD.
Before we can control a light, we have to mount a light. And Jay, this looks like a new mounting arm for the AI products.
Yeah, you're correct. This is the new HMS mounting system. H obviously stands for Hydra. What we're looking at here is when it's set up in a single arm configuration, and it will work with the 26 and the 52. In the single mount configuration, it's fully adjustable up and down. As you can see, it mounts on the tank, slides up and down. It also has basically a camber adjustment, so you can adjust flex a little bit.
Wow.
And then you can also, depending on how you mount it here, slide it front to back with respect to this arm. You can also slide the light forwards and backwards, and you can also rotate it.
So we can control vertical, we can control rotation of light, flex of light, and then back and forth that we were saying as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
We got it totally covered. That's nice because it was, you wanted just a little bit further, but the mount didn't allow for it. Now you can customize it any way you want.
It will ship with two different light clips, so one for the 26 and one for the 52.
You know, a lot of light systems just look like they've chunked a light on some stock kind of arm. This all looks very sleek. It looks very integrated. You know, the design of the mount matches the design of the light.
We wanted to have a mounting system which really complemented the look of the 26 and the 52, which are you know, quite admired in terms of their very definitive look and feel, and we think that we did a good job in capturing that with the mounting bracket.
Good work, man. I like it. It's nice to see that there's a lot of work going into the thought process with the design.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
All right, lots about LEDs at MACNA, but what about giving LEDs a boost in a different way? LED lighting is extremely popular in the saltwater tank hobby, and T5 lighting, well, it's making it resurgent, but in a way that you might not think. Mainly, I use it as supplemental lighting to LEDs to help with shadowing and to give just a little bit of that T5 look that a lot of us are used to. I'm here with Tulio from ReefBrite, and you guys have a T5 solution that really lends itself to be a supplemental for LEDs.
That's correct, that's correct. As you know, Mark, we've spent a lot of time with supplemental LED units. With the growing trend with people now utilizing T5 to complement their existing LED systems, we felt a need, and so therefore we started making different types of LED T5 combo platforms, and even standalone, so that if you're running, whether it's an EOTech model or other types of LED systems, you can now add the T5s to complement the current lighting you have.
So as a supplemental lighting if you wanted.
Absolutely, and the real advantage there, without getting into a whole lighting spiel, I promise, the biggest benefit is spectral composition. That's where the T5s really, they're complementing the spectral, basically the spectral composition of your existing lighting.
Okay. And you guys said you have solutions for with LEDs, without LEDs. I mean, this single bulb looks like a nice add-on to your existing, light rack that you already have.
The main advantage, kind of like with the talk earlier with the Neptune-related stuff, we didn't want it to be proprietary to ReefBrite.
Okay.
So in other words, if you're running an EOTech or you're running, any other type of LED system, we've made it very convenient so that you can add these to your existing lighting without having to buy an entire ReefBrite lighting system. You can keep your lighting and get the advantages of T5 by just adding these to your existing system.
So you're saying that this will bolt up to an existing light rack that you might have?
Oh yes, absolutely. In fact, they're purposefully designed to be mounted from the back, so they can be direct mounted or suspended.
Oh really? Okay,
yes.
So either out.
Right.
Now what size lengths do they come in?
We have them in 24, 36, and 48 inch.
Okay.
We found those to be the real common sizes. We are looking into 60 inch, but right now we have the 24, 36, and 48 inch models available.
Now, when I've used T5s before, you had the T5s, you got wires running everywhere, and then a ballast you got to mount on a wall. Is this self-contained?
Yeah, yes, it is. In fact, the advantage with many of these is that even if you bought what you were discussing, a retro kit,
right?
A decent retro kit's going to run you about $125, give or take, with the ballast, the lamp sockets, and everything else. The problem with that is you have all these ugly wires all over the place.
Yes.
Salt creep will get to that ballast eventually, and you can have other issues. Well, the Super T5 right here, which can be bought without the LEDs, just the T5 here, you're getting that same package in a fixture, and it's basically the same price. I believe the retail on this is approximately $130.
And it's self-contained?
It's self-contained. You plug a single wire in, and you're done.
You're ready to go.
This is all anodized aluminum.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about rust issues or anything else like that. That's correct.
And I can get it single bulb, T5 only, or this looks like it's got space for LED strip?
You can mount the XHOs or the Techs right down the middle, or the Lumilite series. With this, what's exciting about this is it's a 2-lamp model, so it's a very slim form factor here, so you can squeeze it in there, and you have the ability to run 2 lamps. The same thing with this system, you can actually operate it without the LEDs, because see, I'm sure you recognize our stock L brackets, they bolt right to the fixture. But if you wanted to run just this, that's the footprint right there.
That's it.
And there's the mounting allocation I was telling you about. So these can easily be bolted to, if you're running like 80-20 for your light rack or your canopy, you just bolt them right in and you're done. And it's a standard 1/4-20 thread, so you can go right to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy whatever hardware you need.
That makes it great, because finding that weird metric stuff will drive you crazy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Tulio, good work. Definitely adding more T5s to my LEDs as supplements. This is going to be showing up on a lot more of my tanks.
All right. Mark, listen, it was good talking to you. Thank you for stopping by. All right.
MACNA continues to impress not only with vendors showing off new gear, but also with their educational lecture series. And if you missed MACNA 2016, well, you can catch it in 2017, August 25th and 27th in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm Mark Callahan, Mr. Saltwater Tank. This has been Mr. Saltwater Tank TV. Till next time, have a good one. Enjoy your tanks and know your tank personality.